Welcome back. The last time Prattville came to our viewing area, let's just say it didn't end well. After defeating Baker, some Prattville players went on to tear down Hornet posters, banners, and pictures. Prattville later issued an apology. Tonight, the Foley Lions hoping to not even give their opponents that opportunity. Foley riding a wave of momentum after knocking off undefeated Fairhope last week. Matt Barentine joins us live. And Matt, as stated, a lot of tension heading into this game. It looks like it has wrapped up for us. What can you tell us?
Yeah, it has wrapped up, and unfortunately for the Foley Lions, they will not be going to the state 7A championship. Prattville did come away victorious tonight by pouring it on early and often. Here's how things started. Prattville wasted no time getting on the board in this game. The successful first drive led to a short pass from Keith Washington to Seth Watson. Prattville up 7-0 halfway through the first. Late in the first quarter, Prattville keeps another big drive going with a 4th-and-1 conversion. That eventually leads to this. A bruising touchdown by 230-pound Kingston Davis. Into the first, Prattville up 14-0. Minutes later, signs of life for Foley. A fumble recovery leads to excellent field position. And the Lions cashed in with a 35-yard field goal. And Foley did put up a fight there. We did see touchdowns that they swapped towards the end of the first half, and they swapped touchdowns again in the third quarter, but it was just too much. Eventually, they just couldn't keep up with the scoring power of the Prattville Lions. They just kept pouring it on, and eventually took the title, took the points, 42-17 here. So Foley Lions, they're going to be going home with a victory, one less than what they wanted, but still had a great season and making it to the semifinals of the 7A. We're going to try to catch up with Coach Watson a little later, get his thoughts on the game and how his guys did this season. For now, reporting live in Foley, I'm Matt Barentine. Back to Joe.
All right, Matt, thank you so much, buddy. And if you're wondering who Prattville will be playing next week, it is a showdown of two powerhouses year after year. Prattville will be taking on Hoover as Hoover wins tonight over Gadsden City 42-7. The two teams in tonight's 5A quarterfinal are polar opposites. St. Paul's, ranked first in the state, undefeated and looking nearly unbeatable, heavily favored coming into tonight. Meanwhile, BC Rain squeaks into the playoffs with an underwhelming 4-6 record, but not once, but twice they've been huge underdogs and won. Could the Cinderella story Red Raiders pull off another upset? Tonight, let's take a look and listen at the pregame sounds here.
Here we go, ECB, right. ECB, right. ECB, right. We started from the bottom, now we're here. Okay. Big night, baby. Big night. Let's go.
All right, here we go to the action. BC Rain's Terrence Nelson drops back to pass, and the ball intercepted by Jalen Thompson. And turnovers would play a big factor in tonight's game. How about St. Paul's quarterback Miller Mosley sneaks it up the gut. St. Paul is up 7-0. Now, Miller Mosley, we mentioned those turnovers, a theme tonight, this time looking to pass. Not looking for that guy, though. The BC Rain Red Raiders pick it off, and so they are still in business against the powerhouse Saints. Now, BC Rain on a long drive, 4th and forever. Terrence Nelson finally just slings it across, but that one is picked off as well. The second interception on the night for the Saints. Now Miller Mosley fakes out the camera guy and the defense as he rumbles for the long touchdown. St. Paul's now up 14-0. BC Rain trying to get back on the board, and they would need it because the Saints are running away with it. Let's take a look. That one would be intercepted. St. Paul's, they win it 38-0. So St. Paul's incredible season continues. And joining us now on First and 10 Live is St. Paul's head coach Steve Mask. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, congratulations on the victory. What do you say to these kids moving into next week when you've been undefeated, a huge victory tonight? How do you keep them motivated?
Well, we've got smart kids and we've got good players. They understand that this time of year that it's a do-or-die situation. You either win or go home. And so we've approached it, and y'all get tired of hearing this, but we've approached that old coach speak of one game at a time, trying to go 1-0 and putting the past behind us and looking forward to the next week.
Now, Coach, a huge victory, potentially marred a little bit. We heard that there was an incident during this game. Perhaps someone on the BC Reign sideline escorted off the field. Do you have any knowledge what happened there?
No, I'm not really sure what happened on that deal, and I didn't really hear the question very good. I apologize for that, but, I'm just real proud of our players.
All right, Coach, and St. Paul's has been a powerhouse. The Saints looking forward to next week, and I guess you said Coach Speak is the name of the game, just telling them to stick with the process. Are you going to sound a little bit like Coach Nick Saban repeating that?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat? I'm sorry. I can't hear you well. I apologize.
Well, no problem. I tell you what, Coach, we'll let you go. Congrats on a great season. Sorry about the technical difficulties, and we will follow the Saints next week as they're moving on.
Well, thank you for having us, and we appreciate y'all support and being here, okay? Have a great night.
All right, Coach Steve Mask at St. Paul's, where the Saints are moving on, still undefeated on the season. Now, we said we would check back in. We're going to do that in just a little while with Rudy Harper, who will have Spanish Fort standing by. But coming up, our 5A triple threat continues. We just saw this, BC Reign at St. Paul's. We're also going to hear from Jackson coming up next.